For my community service project, I worked at Pleasant Hill Instructional Garden, which is a garden located across the street from Pleasant Hill Middle School. This garden was built on top of a plot of land that was used for nothing more than a parking lot, and there was garbage there, and really the school decided to transform it into a educational garden that would teach people not only about different kinds of ecosystems and plants that grow there, but also as a way of getting people involved with doing things like starting compost piles and recycling water, to give people a better idea of how they can make small changes to have a better impact on the environment. My job at the garden was primarily planting and replanting trees. Was a huge part of it, which is kind of an arduous process, especially because a lot of those trees had been there for a very long time, and the roots had gotten very thick and spread out very far. So it was a very labor-intensive process to get these trees out of where they had grown for quite some time, put them in buckets, and then replant them in other places around the garden.
Community service gives you a broader view of the world and what's around you, and allows you to get out and see and help other people that are living, I guess, in areas near you.
Well, the main purpose is educational. Otherwise, you don't even know. That way then they can use the same ideas in their own garden. People can then take what they see here and they can use it at home. I think that you begin to become stewards of the environment also.
Gives yourself a good feeling that you're helping other people. Makes everybody happy. It allows people the chance to get out and sort of work in the environment.
It was once said by John Locke that the improvement of understanding is for two ends. First, our own increase of knowledge. Secondly, to enable us to deliver that knowledge to others. And that's really how this garden promotes the general welfare, is that it really provides knowledge to people that is going to be very, very crucial, especially in the coming decades with this approaching problem of global warming, where a better knowledge of the environment itself, in addition to these sorts of solutions to bettering the environment, such as recycling wastewater and using it to water plants, are methods that are going to become imperative, and it really is information that everyone should know. Those who benefit most from this community service are really the students. The fact that Pleasant Hill Middle School is across the street really gives students a very easy opportunity to come over to the garden and learn a little bit about what is going on there, which is really beneficial because they are the next generation that are really going to need to know sort of about these environmental tactics, and really knowing about nature itself really will just have a better impact on their overall knowledge of the world around them, which is always beneficial. I think working at the garden is extremely worthwhile because it gets information out to the public that's extremely relevant and is going to stay relevant far into the future going forward. If I could have any suggestions for the program, it's just that it makes itself more audible, because it's difficult to get the word out about such a small localized program, but the goal that it has is really something noble that everyone should know about. I would recommend everyone get involved at this garden because it always has work days going on. They're constantly doing work on the garden. There's typically an event once every other week. Yard work is something that everyone can understand, so it's really an easy bit of community service to grasp. And I know that I learned a lot about some of these environmentally safe tactics from working at the garden itself. So it's not just education for the public, it's also education for you by working there.